I'm going to start the countdown for the announcements section. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to welcome everybody to the announcements session before the May 4th, 2021 Metro Council meeting. We're going to start with a presentation with Councilmember Druffel.
I just didn't know you could do it. You could buy a paper. Yes. Hold on. There it is.
Councilmember Druffel.
Now, the artist that did this he's from Old Hickory, so he's a local. I don't have anything in that paper. I do have something in an older paper. So reel it in and make the gap. Thank you so much. Bye.
All right, Councilmember Bradford, we're going to go to you.
That is my jam.
Is the mic on? Councilmember Bradford, is that mic on?
Let's try to kill it on here, kill it on there.
All right. We are going to go back to try Councilmember Druffel, please. Is that mic on, sir?
Can you hear me now? Do
Yes.
you want to hear me now? Okay.
Go ahead, Councilmember.
Okay. We have a great opportunity to recognize a great American, Jerry Neal, and we have a resolution for him, and we'll read through this. But he's a true hero that just celebrated his 100-year birthday on April 7th.
Whereas longevity of life is a blessing for an individual, but mostly for the community, which benefits from the knowledge, dedicated service, and experiences that an individual brings to all. And whereas the Mayor and Metropolitan Council, representing the citizens of Nashville, recognize and greatly appreciate the many significant contributions of Mr. Jerry Neal, born April 7th, 1921, and longtime resident of Nashville, who recently celebrated his 100th year since his birth. And
whereas Mr. Neal has led an extraordinary life, living through the Great Depression, 5 major wars, 25 presidential elections, and served over 77 years in the reserves, inactive reserves, and retired reserves, and
whereas Mr. Neal maintains an unyielding spiritual devotion, a revelation that began after crashing his B-24 bomber in the English Channel, and attributes his many rewards, opportunities, and successes in life to his faith. And whereas Mr. Neal served his country with gallant bravery during his enlistment as a World War II B-17 and B-24 bomber pilot, earning a Distinguished Flying Cross, an Air Medal with 5 oak leaf clusters, each representing acts of heroism with over 35 missions flown. including participation in the Battle of Normandy, and experienced firsthand the tragedy of war, personal sacrifice, and loss of human life. And
whereas Mr. Neal has dedicated his life to unselfish service to community and fellow man, and in doing so is highly acclaimed for his virtues, principles, morals, and humility, and is a friend to all through his welcoming smile, humor, soft voice, and strong handshake. And whereas Mr. Neal has been a devoted, loving, and caring husband to his wife and life partner, Cam, who describes her husband as a man grounded in humility, generosity, and passion. And
whereas it is most fitting and proper that Mr. Neal be recognized, honored, and celebrated for his life of sacrifice, service, and genuine caring for family, friends, and neighbors. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Metro Government of Nashville and Davidson County that the Metro Council hereby go on board as honoring and recognizing Mr. Jerry Neal for his long life of dedication and contribution to our country, city, and Westmead Park, and wish him many more years of health, prosperity, and happiness. The Metropolitan Council Office is directed to have a copy of this resolution to be presented to Jerry Neal. We are excited to recognize Jerry on this resolution, a great hero for 100 years. Thank you.
Everybody love these things? Thank you. Truly an honor to be here tonight. And I thank you very much, everyone, for your service to our community. I thank my wife being here with me. And I love my family's watching. And hi, Sean, Ethan, Huey. It's been an honor to live in this city since 1962. I really, really love it. I think it's one of the finest places in the United States to live. So thank you for keeping our government running smooth. I know it's tough in these times. I'll just make one comment about 100 years. The first 100 years is the toughest. Please follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Yeah, sorry. Stand back, stand correct.
Okay. Pictures? Sure. Jerry, come on over and we'll take pictures together. Oh, okay. Group. Cam, come on over. All right. You want to closer? You want to take one, two? Thanks.
Thank you.
One more. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, sir. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Okay, so next at 6:30, you'll be leading us to the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay.
Have you met?
Thank you, sir.
Senator Hancock?
Thanks, sir. Happy birthday. Belated.
Thank you, Mr. Neal. Mr. Druffel, anything further?
We're done.
All right. Next, we're going to go on to a presentation by Councilmember Gamble.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Pro Tem. It is my honor to present a proclamation to TechnoAid Company, which is a medical imaging company that has been serving Nashville for 44 years. And I'll read the proclamation as follows. Whereas TechnoAid has been serving the medical imaging industry in areas of radiology, CT, and ultrasound as a Class 1 medical device manufacturer in Nashville, Tennessee for 44 years. And whereas TechnoAid is known for radiation protection products, including vests, aprons, shields, and patient positioners, as well as hundreds of supplies that serve to provide safer and more effective medical images. And whereas TechnoAid was located on Centennial Boulevard until March 3rd, 2020, when a tornado came through Nashville and decimated the company and everything in it. And whereas the TechnoAid team rallied to find a temporary office space over the next few days and immediately began searching for a new location to rebuild the company. And whereas in April 2020, TechnoAid signed a long-term lease for 45,000 square feet of industrial space at 7532 Hickory Hills Court in Whites Creek, and since then has completed the rebuilding process with millions of dollars in new equipment, fully established operations, and was able to retain most of its employees while continuing to pay them throughout the rebuilding process. And whereas the resilience of TechnoAid to rebuild after the devastating tornado in Nashville is a testament to our city's strength and determination to work together to overcome adversity. And whereas it is fitting and proper to congratulate TechnoAid on their grand reopening on April 21st, 2021, and welcome them as a new member of the Whites Creek business community. Now, therefore, I, Jennifer Gamble, District 3 Council Member of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County, do hereby recognize TechnoAid for their resilience and commitment to reopening and dedication to serving the community. And here today to receive the proclamation is Mr. Bill Seaver, who is the President and CEO of TechnoAid.
Thank you, Councilmember Gamble. You know, when I woke up on the 3rd of March 2020, knowing that an EF3 tornado had touched down over near John C. Toon Airport, and it skipped across the city and landed and died out somewhere beyond Wilson County. We knew that the damage to homes and businesses was significant. But what strikes me about that particular stormy night was that there was no expectation of a tornado. The city was not on high alert that evening when the tornadoes were possible. We weren't expecting it, but the tornado came anyway. And the text message I received that next morning said that it's gone. And so I spent the next few hours trying to wrap my mind around something that I was having trouble comprehending. And the reality of the situation was becoming evident anyway. And through the following days, we had more questions than answers, but our ownership group encouraged us to press on anyway. And despite not knowing when or where we would resume work, our employees gathered together to salvage what they could anyway. Our leadership team did not know where we were going to find a new location to fit our needs. We landed in Whites Creek. We found a solution anyway. And in the months since the tornado, there have been numerous challenges and frustrations, but we found a way to keep going anyway. And I heard someone say once that in business, you want to keep it off the rocks. And he likened business to a ship. You just want to keep it from crashing. But the real test is, what do you do when your ship hits the rocks anyway? Do you adjust? Do you rally? Do you pull together? And the answer, of course, is yes. That is what you do. And that's what we at TechnoAid, who have been in Nashville for 44 years now, have been doing anyway. A lot of people asked us over the last year, do you know how to rebuild a company after a tornado? And of course, the answer was no. We have no idea, but we will do it anyway. So I'm proud of our management team. I'm thankful for our ownership team. We're filled with gratitude for our employees. They are so eager to get back to work. They were eager, and we're so happy to be back to work. There are so many people who helped play a role in this road to recovery for us. I especially want to thank Councilmember Gamble, who was instrumental in pushing several things forward with the city for us. Thank you, Councilmember Gamble. I also want to thank Deputy Mayor Haywood, who joined us for our grand reopening 2 weeks ago. And I'll end with this. We've seen the silver linings that come on the other side of a storm. And while we never really know what the future holds, we can be certain that the wind will blow again. We can be certain that there will be rumblings of storms in the distance, and yet we are compelled to press on anyway. We will, our company, TechnoAid, and Nashville as a whole, will press on anyway. Thank you, City Council. We hope to be making Nashville proud by showing the strength and resilience of our small business in our great city.
Thank you, sir. It's the perseverance of small businesses and their employees that help the city get through it, so we appreciate that. We're going to move to Councilmember Bradford next. Hopefully the microphone works.
Thank you, Pro Tem, members of council. May the 4th be with y'all today. I've got 3 quick announcements. So this month I will have 2 community meetings in reference to the Preserve at Percy Priest SP proposal. Those will be on the 13th and the 20th of this month at 6 p.m. and they will be virtual on Zoom. You can get the information on my Facebook and russbradford.com. Also, on the 18th will be my monthly office hours. This month, I will retain them to be virtual, so if you would like to reserve a space, go ahead and RSVP to my email, russ.bradford@nashville.gov. Thank you for Pro Tem.
Thanks a lot. We're going to go Councilmember Withers next.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pro Tem. I have 2 quick announcements. The first one is that I will be having a community meeting this Thursday, May the 6th at 7 p.m. This is regarding a rezoning proposal for a parcel assemblage at 943 to 947 Woodland Street. Appreciate the Historic Edgefield Neighborhood Association for organizing this meeting. It will take place Thursday, May the 6th at 7 p.m. I'll have a link on my Facebook page as well as on the Historic Edgefield Neighborhood page. The second announcement I'd like to make is that next Tuesday, May 11th at 6 p.m., we're having our first public forum for the East Bank Planning Study. So we're all really excited about that, and you can go to the Planning Department's website. There's actually a tab there directly for the East Bank Planning Study, and you can find information about how to participate in that forum there. And I look forward to everyone's participation. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Councilmember Sledge.
Thank you, Speaker Pro Tem. Just one announcement to District 17. 1 week from today in this very building, but in the Carl F. Dean Ballroom, 5 p.m., May 11th, there will be a Fair Board meeting and public hearing regarding the proposal by SMI regarding operation of the Fairground Speedway. Again, that is a public hearing that will be in this building Tuesday, May 11th, starting at 5 p.m. We'll still have all the COVID and mask requirements in place, but that will be probably the best opportunity to date to get public input on the proposal. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Councilmember Hager.
Thank you, Pro Tem. I'm having a Zoom WebEx meeting on May the 11th. This is for a zoning change at 4321 Old Hickory Boulevard in Old Hickory 37138. This is a commercial PUD. We're going to be looking at changing it to a MUN, which would be a mixed-use neighborhood. It's at 6 p.m. and it'll be by WebEx. So everybody want to join in on that, they're welcome to do so. Thank you, Pro Tem.
Thank you. Councilmember Syracuse.
Thank you, Pro Tem. On Thursday, May 13th, I will have a community meeting regarding rezoning of 2 properties at 2842 and 2850 Lebanon Pike. That will be virtual. I will host it via Zoom. I have put the event out there on Facebook. I will also get it out on email network. So if you're not part of my email network, please sign up. But again, that'll be, and it's at 6:30. So again, on May 13th, that's a Thursday, at 6:30 via Zoom, zoning meeting for 2842 and 2850 Lebanon Pike. These are proposals for condo developments. Thank you, Pro Tem.
Thanks, Councilmember. Councilmember O'Connell.
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. We've got just a few more days. We're here in person, and we've got a lot of changes coming to public health orders related to COVID-19. So I wanted to remind people that there are a few more days to make appointments to get a COVID-19 vaccine through the Metro Public Health Department at no charge right here at Music City Center. I encourage people to visit covid19.nashville.gov for more information about making appointments. You can also call 615-862-7777 to make an appointment. There are a few more days right here at this location. We'll continue to be working as a city to make sure vaccines remain generally available. Right now, anybody 16 years and older can schedule an appointment there. And I did just want to mention, if this location is not the most convenient location to you, you can visit vaccinefinder.org and find a vaccine location and also the type of dose being offered. If you'd like a single dose instead of a double dose vaccine, those options are available there. So please get vaccinated. It's the way we're all going to continue to make progress getting back to normal. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Councilmember Evans?
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. I've got 3 things to share. Tomorrow night, Meritage Homes, which is a construction project that's currently under development called Evans Hill in Hermitage, is having a virtual Q&A for area residents that are interested in learning more about this project. You can find the information on my Facebook page and also on the Metro calendar of events. On Thursday night, Councilman Hager and I are having a joint community meeting for the Highlands of Tulip Grove neighborhood to learn more about conservation overlays. That meeting is going to be held by the Hermitage Church of the Nazarene. It starts at 6 p.m. and you can find the information on my Facebook page and also on the council calendar of events. And then coming up on Monday, May the 10th, it's the deadline to register for the Conference for Neighborhoods in Nashville, put on by Neighbor to Neighbor. This conference of many, many sessions involving many people in this room, as well as neighborhood leaders from across the county, will be virtual this year. You can go to n2n.solutions to learn more and register. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Suara.
I'll be starting my budget conversations on May 15. This will be before the second reading, and so anyone that wants to participate, this will be a weekly budget conversation where we break it down and talk about all things budget. Most of it will be virtual. My first one on May 15 is with Councilmember Bob Mendez. That will be in person. We will be in person, but people can watch on Facebook, and they can ask questions via Facebook or in person. And then a week after that, it will be Saturdays at 3 p.m. With different guests. It's on the calendar of events, and we're asking everyone to join. And if you have any question, feel free to send me a message. Thanks.
Thanks, Councilmember. Do we have anybody else? We've got a couple minutes left. Oh, sorry. In the back, Councilmember Rutherford.
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. Just announcing that the, is this on? I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, thank you. Just announcing that the Council Special Committee on Veterans is meeting this week on Thursday at 9 a.m. We are, of course, transitioning to in-person meetings, and we will be hosted at the headquarters of Operation Stand Down, and we're doing some good work on that committee, looking at issues that are facing our local veterans, issues such as homelessness, access to health care, and a whole host of other issues that we're working to address for our local veterans in our city. And I would encourage members to come down if you want to participate in the Q&A with the committee as we do our work. And again, that's at Operation Stand Down headquarters. That's at 1125 12th Avenue South in Nashville. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We've got about 1 more minute left. Anybody have anything they want to announce? Okay, that'll bring the announcements to an end, and Pat Nolan will be on in a minute or two.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information about this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.